Now, a bomb squad was called in to destroy some unstable devices after 5,000 pounds of illegal fireworks were discovered at this home that you're looking at right now earlier today at about noon after police received a tip about lots of fireworks inside this home. We're talking about homemade fireworks as well as some fireworks that were bought from China, we believe, imported. And firefighters, the fire department was actually on standby when the LAPD was handling the disposal of the fireworks, and then a large explosion occurred, and that's what we're looking at right now. We have our ground crew now. We're showing you the video from our photographer, Michael Johnson. We do have Nicole Comstock now with us to tell us more about what's happening down there. Nicole.
Well, Susie, we know that right now the LAPD is going door to door to all these homes around where the explosion happened to make sure that no one else was injured inside of their homes. We did see that at least a couple of people appear to be injured and bleeding after this armored truck that they were trying to detonate these homemade explosive devices inside of safely blew up right in the middle of this neighborhood. We can tell you that just a couple of minutes before they started doing these detonations, they actually moved all of the reporters and photographers back. They moved the neighbors back as well, and thank God they did, because, you know, you cover so many of these stories where you think they're professionals, it's the bomb squad, they have the equipment to render this safely, get it out of the neighborhood. So we're thinking we'll probably be fine if we're a little bit closer. But thank God everybody moved back and had just enough space to not be injured, because I can tell you my photographer had, you know, a big chunk of metal land not too far away from him. So it was definitely a very loud explosion. I don't know if you want to take us to the ground video of that explosion when my photographer was shooting it, but you can see just the force of whatever was inside of that truck at the time, completely blowing the roof off of it, the sides, like a huge fireball shot out the top of this. So the question is, did they not know the magnitude of what they had inside that truck at the time? Did they maybe underestimate how explosive that was going to be? And then obviously a lot of neighbors are wondering why, if they didn't know truly what they had in there, why didn't they take this truck to an open parking lot, maybe a little bit farther away from the neighborhood, so that people weren't injured? But that is what the LAPD was talking about earlier, that they thought because these were the homemade improvised explosive devices, basically really big M80s, they described them as. They didn't think they were safe enough to put inside of a car and drive down city streets in Los Angeles. They didn't want to endanger the public, and that's why they wanted to detonate them on scene here. The rest of the 5,000 pounds of illegal fireworks they had, they seemed perfectly comfortable taking those out of the neighborhood. So everyone's just left wondering right now what went wrong during this incident out here today, and wondering how many people were truly injured, because as you can imagine, pieces of metal were flying everywhere when this armored truck exploded.
Nicole, I was able to catch a report earlier today here on KCAL 9, and I know that you had mentioned just kind of the degree of these fireworks and the grade here. Do you know, you had made mention of improvised fireworks. Were these commercial fireworks? Or these homemade fireworks? What type are these?
It sounds like probably the majority of the 5,000 pounds of illegal fireworks were commercial grade, like maybe the mortars you see going off in the skies. Neighbors tell us they hear fireworks in this neighborhood every single night, and they couldn't believe that someone would have a cache this large sitting right inside this house in a residential neighborhood. We're not certain exactly how many of the homemade improvised explosive devices there were inside of the home, what kind of explosive power they had, but the LAPD captain that spoke with us earlier this evening at about 5 o'clock said that they were basically like really, really big M80s. So that sounds extremely dangerous to me. And that's what they had inside of that armored vehicle that they were trying to detonate in this neighborhood. So they didn't have to drive them down city streets and potentially endanger the public if anything happened. So it's probably too soon to speculate about what happened, but it seems like maybe these homemade explosive devices were a lot stronger than anyone could have guessed. And you have to wonder too, like the officers that are out here responding and trying to keep the neighborhood safe, were any of them hurt? Because I'm sure they were much closer to this truck than any of the neighbors or, the field crews that were pushed back. So, I'm sure they were doing their best to keep everybody safe. And sometimes things like this happen. They have an extremely dangerous job.
Amazing. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt, Susan. I'm still reacting to that video on the right-hand part of your screen.
It's incredible.
It's just incredible, isn't it? And to think that that's destroyed and doesn't appear to be any really bad injuries.
Yeah.